Even if it was only a joke after the credits, this is the only isekai that's bold enough to do what they just did. I have been hyping up Jesse and James, aka the blonde hero and his woman, because they are the greatest characters in this show. And I've constantly been making jokes that by the end of this show, he will sit on the Iron Throne. And if you watch after the credits, when they're kind of giving their final farewell, like, hey, thanks for watching, you know, here's a little tease that maybe we'll get a season 2, but nothing official yet. They say, let us give who was the MVP of this anime. And as of course our girl's like, it has to be you, darling. No, the blonde hero. And my boy says, does this mean I get to be the hero, the protagonist in season 2 before getting cut off? That is the funniest way you could possibly end this show. I keep saying it, it's as if this was directly made for me. This is the type of bullshit I would write, where you're basically like, hey, you know what, yeah, he did all this great things, yeah, he plowed his wife, probably got her pregnant that night, doesn't matter, the blonde hero is actually going to be the main hero in season 2. He won't actually, but goddammit, in his spirits he will. This is legitimately like the only isekai that has been able to like introduce arguably the dumbest character possible and have them be the most memorable character, on top of, you know, him attempting to steal the role of protagonist. He's never given up on that, and I just have to respect the hustle. Fantastic, bring me a season 2. Now, of course, I have full live reactions over on Patreon. If you want to see my full and good thought to any of these cheat skill episodes, it's going to be over there exclusively. A great finale. If for some odd reason they never gave us a season 2, you could leave this feeling damn satisfied. And I love the fact that the final battle wasn't even because of our boy, it was the previous demon lord. The fact that he goes up against his brother, right? And his brother's like, I swear to God, he's throwing everything he's got at him. He's whipping mana, blasts at him, and his brother's just like, oh. Sure, by the end of the fight, he did get hit a few times, and yeah, I'm sure it hurt a little. But he uses a spell that he basically created for the previous demon lord, and eliminates this dude's power for the foreseeable future. Not for good, but to the point that he can continue on his vacation. I'm thinking, oh, what's gonna happen is he's probably gonna have to go back to the role because the brother's, you know, basically captured or something. No, he's just like, I'm going back to farming, I'm going back to playing with my bro. And I love it, I have to respect it. The fact that you crown the princess, her father apparently ran because he realized that he was about to get exposed for being a criminal scumbag. Princess is now on the throne, that's good. Our boy's life is just awesome right now. It's situated exactly as it needs to. Jesse and James, the Team Rocket of this world, are still up to no good. Somehow their 12 feet holes are enough to escape people. And it would make sense if they covered the top as they dug. How the guards missed the giant pothole, I don't know, but bless them, it somehow still works. Fenris grabs my boy, and she's like, I'm just dusting him off. I'm just dusting him off. I've never seen this, legitimately. This girl's archetype is the I'm a bitch who's gonna manipulate whoever I can into being in a hype. One of the first things she said to him, this blonde hero, was that I'm gonna stick by you because someday you're gonna be powerful and I'm gonna benefit. And then he said bet. Somehow she legitimately feels like she's in love with this guy at this point. Maybe her IQ dropped by traveling with him, I don't know. But the fact that she looks at her so puppy dog-like of being like, no, please, he didn't mean it, he had no control. And it's true, he was actually controlled to do all that. How does this show get better? Legitimately such an enjoyable watch. No red flags, no, oh, I would have changed this. The cast as a whole felt like people. There are gimmicks. There's essentially Jesse and James as a gimmick. But when you look at their actual characters, he went from this generic like, oh, here's the spear hero of this world, who's just gonna be a douchebag, not change. In fact, like, doesn't even feel like that bad of a guy, just kind of stupid, but damn if he's trying to be the protagonist. You have, like, the cast as a whole felt like they went past their archetypes. And I really appreciate the fact that the moral of our boy Fleo's life is that I came to this world alone, but now look at what I've built. And yeah, it's just getting started. He's probably going to get that girl pregnant. He's probably going to get that shop. There's all these extra little things. But it's the fact that a show with Chilling in Another World in its title actually felt like Chilling in Another World. It had that slice of life kind of vibe of just building your life while still having this insane element of fun. Look at the production that they had with the fight. Honestly, it kind of reminded me of Seventh Prince from this anime season in terms of how they would probably animate a fight. The kind of like dusty particle effect coming off him, just really cool stuff. The circles that were kind of holding everything together, it was such a well put together show and way better than I think any of us were expecting. Even the first few episodes of the show, very enjoyable, but I never thought it would reach this level of enjoyment for me. And I leave very satisfied. The fact that the thing I'm going to remember the most from Fenris is the fact after she got laid, she was just grinning ear to ear the next morning, and everyone but the Demon Lord collectively understood why she was grinning. My boy took her to Pound Town and she couldn't have been happier. Bring me a season 2 and maybe a 3 and a 4 while you're at it, because this was an absolute treat. The fact that you can legitimately have a story where the MC just wants to live life, but he's not a douchebag to the point that, like, if trouble comes to his front door, he will help with that. But the fact that rather than it just being him, this is what's great about the ending. Yes, he was important in terms of not letting the building crumble, repairing it and all that stuff, but the fact that he didn't do it alone means that he doesn't have to have the weight of the world on his shoulders. If trouble does come, especially with the princess now being in charge and him respecting her, yes, he will help with things. But at the end of the day, it's not about this grand, I need to go kill a demon lord, or I need to go do this or that. Yeah, he will help, but his main mission is building a family and opening a shop. If trouble comes knocking along the way, he'll deal with it, but it just gives you that slice of life feel without making it feel like it's boring or watching paint dry. Which sometimes slice of life shows can actually feel like, because yeah, listen, I don't like farming, I think it's boring, but the way they handled farming in this show is actually really exciting and cute because of the personalities and how they go about it. This show didn't have any right to be as good as it was, but it almost felt like past like 4 onwards, it just found new and more ways to be like, okay, I've seen so many of these shows, yet I'm still shocked that they went into a sex toy room and we don't know exactly what they did in there, but we can assume to actually this is also the most wholesome thing. They blended horny meets wholesome in the best way you could ask for in an isekai, and I'm gonna need that season 2 ASAP. Let me know what you thought down below, because this was a fantastic episode and fantastic season if you ask me, but let me know what you're feeling down below. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're around here, of course ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alrighty, so today we have Enderwolf, Gomison, Matter, Paradoxa, and we also have Count Viscount. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and if you have to remember one thing from this show, remember that Jesse and James, aka the Team Rocket of Chilling in Another World with level 2 super cheat powers, are not only the best characters of this show, but they are the best characters of 2024 anime, and if you think otherwise, you're objectively incorrect. I love them so much. Have a good one.